It's not just our normal new moon, which there are always good opportunities to start something new, right? And start fresh with things that have come to you intuitively. But this is an ending and a beginning, okay? Because it's on a south node, okay? And I remember asking an astrologist years and years ago, a yogi and astrologist, what the heck is a node? You know, why are they so important? And it's when two orbits connect, when two orbits of something overlapped. You think about spinning something in water, it makes a wake, right? And if there's two things spinning in water, the wakes meet, you know, and cross, and there's an energetic thing that happens. And so that's what's going on here. So in fact, I would encourage you to get a pen and a paper, even right now, before you get too settled in. Put a line down the middle of it and think of, on one column, put down what you'd like to have come in the next, you could say the next 10 years, you could say the next 38 years, because some of these conjunctions don't happen for even 200 years. We're moving from earth to air, okay? There's just so much happening right now. And when you think about moving, just that part, moving from the earth signs, Virgo and Capricorn, right, into air signs, Aquarius, the way it feels is completely different. Earth is very material, you know? We're coming out of a very material period, right? So the things that will be coming to us that give us enjoyment and give us happiness will be things that are more like, they're going to be lighter, you know, like ideas, or it'll be like vibrating things. Like when you sing, you vibrate, okay? So take just a couple of minutes here while I'm talking, or put it in your mind, you know, or put it in your phone, whatever is your normal method of making notes of things, okay? And write down, I know there's a few things I want to go away, and it's attachment to places that I've lived before, you know, attachment to a way of life that I don't have anymore. It's never going to be the same. So I'd like to see that go without such sadness, you know. I'd like to see grief go away. And what I'd like to see coming in would be a lightness of being, you know, feeling like I'm able to travel easily, you know. I would like to I feel like I have everything I need, you know, to feel a real deep sense of prosperity, you know. So you have so much that you can share lots with other people, right? And not feel any sense of lack or scarcity. So those are things I'd like to see coming in and staying in the flow with, you know. So, all right, so I'll just say a few more words about this solar eclipse. We've already talked about the south node, and it's a Sagittarius new moon, which is about information and how we make sense out of the world, right? So there may be some things that come up in the next few months, that maybe some classes that would be something that just gives you enjoyment, that maybe you don't know why you would want to take it, but if it just gives you joy, that's enough reason. Here comes Julie. Okay. So just do some things that make you happy, you know? This is a good opportunity for it. Let it happen, even if it's just like dance classes or who knows what, you know, or craft making classes. So there's also some things going on with Mercury right now, and the information that's going to come out. So there's going to be probably some sort of important information that comes out probably this week that it's been hidden or obscured before, and we know already that there's presidential information that's coming out, right? and decisions being made. But there probably will be something personally also that you couldn't see before that you can see, because you can see things on eclipses that you couldn't see before. So that's always a fun thing to sit with in a meditation and explore. What kind of messages am I gonna get? And it may come to you in a dream. I know with this Neptune stationing, we've had all kinds of dreams in the last week. So here's a few things that you can expect from the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, and then we'll get right on to the meditation, okay? Sagittarius is the sign of moral conduct and philosophy, higher truth, law, judicial systems, religion, foreign relations, long distance travel. And here's a few things that will be developments that come about because of this solar eclipse. Rebellion against being told what to think. Can you feel that bubbling up? Changes in the way information is communicated and broadcasted. Truths may surface, something that's hidden may come to light. Some irrefutable beliefs may be questioned by yourself. Important laws may be changed, and developments in long-distance travel and international trade, there could be changes in those things. And reforms in higher education. And we've already seen that with so much of it being put on internet. So we're going to see more of that. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and move into this meditation. And I think maybe all of you have done this before. It's Ramadasa. And it is a healing meditation that we use in Kundalini yoga and have for decades, because it's so effective. So give a few thoughts about who you want to send some healing to, or if it's for you, then maybe where within you you'd like to have some healing, okay? And settle yourself so you can sit for a while, okay, with a straight spine. Get your pillows ready, okay, and get a drink of water. This is 22 minutes. You might want some water within reach, okay? And this version I have here is Satkiran, and it's got a nice rhythm, and you're going along Ramadasa sa se so hung, and you're pulling the belly in on hung, so the navel gives it a push, right? Ramadasa, also on sa se so hung, bring the navel point in, okay? And you're going to be chanting along here with this, and then she comes in with another chant at about 10 or 11 minutes, okay? But we are not doing this other chant, okay? We're only doing Ramadasa, okay? So when you recognize that, hang in there with me, okay? Stay with me, and we'll just keep doing Ramadasa, okay? And then she reverts back to Ramadasa, okay? So don't be distracted by that. Just keep going, okay? But you'll know that it's halfway through, roughly, okay? So just a little cue before you start, okay? Now I'm going to see if I'm connected to my speaker here. And my speaker always talks to me. I don't know why it needs to do that, but it does.
Playing from Gwen's iPad.
That's what it says. So bear with me here.
Now connected to Gwen's iPad.
See what I mean? Okay.
Agiapal, is there a mudra?
Yes. We're going to tuck our elbows in close to the ribs, okay? Hands are flat. None of that chicken stuff, David Hardeep. And straight spine. And I have seen 2 different options of the eye focus, okay? Lots of them say third eye point, but in Shakti Parvakar's book, she says the eyes are 9/10 open. And so I tend to go with that, which means basically, if you look at the tip of the nose, the eyes are almost all the way closed down, okay? Just a little bit open, okay? So you'll see the blue pearl. It's like a black cup at the edge of your face, okay? So look down in that, okay? And we know Ra is the sun, Ma is the moon, Da is the earth, Sa is infinity, and Se is spirit, and Sohung is, that's us. That's us, okay? So we're calling on the elements to come through us and send healing, okay? All right. So I'm going to get my scarf here, and we're about ready to go. Okay? So elbows are tucked in, hands are flat, and you'll see your hands parallel with your legs if your legs are crossed. Okay? So they're kind of opened out about 45 degrees. Okay? But don't squinch up your shoulders. Just keep your shoulders relaxed. Okay? But the hands stay flat, palms stay flat. And you'll notice energy coming through, okay, as we go. And at the very end, we'll inhale and hold. And while you're holding the breath, that's when you visualize and send the energy, okay? So if you feel a little chilly, go ahead and get a scarf or a blanket around you now, okay? Looks like we're pretty much ready. Take another sip of water. Chanting meditations can make you dry.
Gwen, on
Yes.
the mudra,
Mm-hmm.
if the hands are not able to be up, just bring them down.
Yeah, yeah. Work with it. Or if you need to put a pillow under your hands, do that, okay? That's perfectly fine, right across your lap, okay? All right, looks like we're ready to go. So just do the best you can. If you can't hold it up, then just relax it for a while and bring it back, okay? Or if you find you have to lay down, then just lay down and do the chant and the eye focus, okay? All right, so here we go. Okay, everybody looks like we're set. Take some big breaths. Ramadasa sa se soham. 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 Ramadasa sa se sohang. 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 Ramadasa Ramadasa Sase Soham Ramadasa Sase Soham Ramadasa sa se soham. 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 Okay, inhale. Inhale big. Pull your spine up and visualize wrapping this loving, healing light around the people, the animals, the plants, the planet, wherever you want to send it, and then send it. And then exhale when you're ready. If you need to take another breath, it's okay. And then inhale big again. Big deep breath, and see if you can send it on the held breath. Wrap this loving, healing light around as many as you can. Reach out, and they can be living or passed on. It doesn't matter. And send it. Exhale when you're ready. And then inhale as deep as you can. One more time. Big inhale, and this time be sure to include yourself. Wrap yourself with that loving, healing light. And the whole country, the whole earth, everyone known and unknown that needs healing. Exhale when you're ready. And just take a few big, deep breaths. Relax your hands into your lap. And keep radiating, sending loving, healing light. And thank all our spirit guides that help us along the way. Thank us for helping us so much and keeping us going forward. Okay. We all have the capacity to heal. We just often don't use it, or we don't think that we're strong enough, or we know enough, but we do know enough. We do know enough. Every time you send loving, healing thoughts to someone, they know it and they feel it. They may not can articulate it, but they know it. So we'll just need to do that as often as possible, okay, through the coming year. Go ahead and unmute yourselves, all right? And I'll turn off the recording here. Okay, let's see if I can find it.
That
There it is.